The Oilers and the Knights are going to meet round 2 in the NHL playoffs. The offensive juggernaut Edmonton Oilers, who sees offense, puck possession, zone entry, and power plays as the best way to obtain victory. Putting pucks in the back of the opponent's net and holding possession of the puck is the best way to keep it out of the back of your net. They are going to go against the Vegas Golden Knights, who have a heavy focus on team defense, a deep top 4, a goaltender that is adequate. He hasn't been great in the first round, so he gets adequate for now, but he can rebound into being one of the better serviceable goalies in the league. No matter any way I say that Vegas Knights, it comes off condescending. I apologize, but he's no Darcy Kemper. Moving on. The Vegas Golden Knights also have a deep attack, 4 lines deep. They do it through pressure. They do it on the strong side. They play 5 up, 5 down, a little bit more physical of a style, but we saw it in the last series. Even the best defensive teams in the NHL, and the Kings were one of them, are not enough to handle the Oilers' onslaught. We're in a point of the NHL where offense is arguably significantly more important than defense at this point due to the creativity and free-flowing nature of the game, but Vegas also has offense in spades, so this should be a compelling series. Let's go ahead and look at them 5-on-5, 5-on-4. Let the coach take you through the story. I'll give you my prediction at the end. Edmonton starts with Draisaitl, McDavid, and Bouchard. This is the key to the victory of the game. Leon Draisaitl is one of the best players in the game at carrying the puck here, and his zone entry is what makes Edmonton so deadly. He may not be a fundamentally pretty skater to look at, but he is one of the more powerful players that can beat you on the outside, and everything about Edmonton's goals and zone entry on the rush start with 29 and his ability to carry that puck in. He goes ahead. He's now playing with McDavid. He's able to find Connor McJesus here on the other side, and they have been loaded on the same line all night. Very rare time do you see McDavid lose a puck there, but then you have the top defenders here with the ability to pick it up. That's Bouchard. When these 3 are together on the ice, it is absolutely chaos and nearly impossible for any team to handle 5-on-5. Their ability to work calm and under pressure, regardless of how much time is on the clock, 11 seconds here, down 4-0, and their no-quit attitude. This is what you see that makes Edmonton Oilers hockey so special. The other piece you see here is how quickly they are able to get teams to the top and create time and space. You can see this time and space down here through the red and the yellow arrow. This is all time and space created by Bouchard and McDavid and Draisaitl's zone entry. McDavid's going to keep it at the top in order to keep that time and space, and there is nothing you can do about what you just saw there. McDavid pushes forward, finds Draisaitl on the back door. These guys make it happen with incredible time and skill. McDavid's ability to puck protect here and keep people to the outside of him with no time and space, and his ability to shrug you off with a shoulder is almost second to none. The only guy that might do it as well as him is Leon Draisaitl. There's no reason this puck should get through this crease. It does. It's a perfectly timed pass. Any other player making that pass, it's intercepted and gone, and it's put in the back of the net. These 3 can get creative as well too, and it is all about these 3. They're on the ice again together here right now. Carrying the puck up the wall, leave it over to Bouchard. Everybody wants to talk about McDavid and Draisaitl. Knights fans, if you aren't aware of Evan Bouchard, he will torch you. You move it over here to McDavid and to Draisaitl, and what you're going to see now is a switch between Draisaitl and McDavid. There's all 3 of your big players, and the switch is coming right here. They are once again bringing the LA Kings up to the top. There's your switch. A switch can involve a drop pass. It can just involve a carry. The other switch that you probably didn't notice was that Bouchard goes down low. He plays just like a forward, and the forwards can play defense, especially offensively. Draisaitl puts that puck towards the net, and then what you end up seeing is because Bouchard is so confident in Draisaitl's ability to hold the puck up there, most defensemen would not allow this. He sneaks into the high slot, puts it in the back of the net. 5-on-5, this is going to be the criticality of the attack of the Edmonton Oilers. The Vegas Golden Knights have everything they need to shut down line 2, 3, and 4. And yes, Edmonton's line 2, 3, and 4 is more than good enough to score against the Knights. They will get goals. They will be important in this series. But if the Knights want to win, they need to take away these 3. If Edmonton wants to win, these 3 have to play like they did in the final 4 games against the LA Kings. They will be unstoppable if these 3 are able to play. It is a tripod. It is a trifecta. These guys are damage. They're demons. And if you want to know a little bit more about them, you can go over here to our channel sponsor, Hockey Tactics, and you can take a look at the book here. You can learn all about how Draisaitl and the Edmonton Oilers offense functions as a unit. Sure, it's fun to watch the three of them dance around, be pretty, create time and space, but you will get much more detailed breakdown and description so you can watch the Oilers or the Vegas Golden Knights and really understand what these teams are trying to do to each other. Vegas Golden Knights, conversely, they are all about puck possession in the offensive zone and more traditional setups. They like 2-3s like you see right here. Their centerman likes to get in the middle of the two defenders, and they love to drive a lot of offense through their defenders. You end up putting a puck here on net. As soon as the puck goes on net, very traditional style of hockey. Eichel doesn't put that one in there. They like to get 3 down low and start cycling 3 down low. So when they don't have control of the puck, it's a 2-3. As soon as they do, they get their guys down low. And what happens? They come right back up to the top and they look for their 2-3 again. So we have 3 guys up at the top, move the puck to the middle. Everything runs through these big defensemen, especially Shea, Theodore, move it to the side. And now you're back down to 3 down low again. So it's 3 top, 3 low. It's a consistent transition of 3 top, 3 low. That's how they play 5-on-5. Very patient. Great goal there by Mark Stone. He has unbelievable hands. This team slows it down. Edmonton speeds it up. You can't catch up to them. Vegas slows it down. They take away time and space. They use their big bodies. They use their patience. I'm so interested to see the chess match between these two because as Vegas wants to slow it down, Edmonton, as soon as they cause a turnover, is going to speed it up. It's going to be like watching a game in 2 speeds. The other critical feature you get here is the depth here on the Howden goal. As they're going into the zone, they focus on their 3 down low one more time, but there's a lot of dump and chase. And there's a lot of zone possession carries that end up with 3 on the same side. They always have 3. That's the criticality here. And they grind. It's just a grind. Look, 3 again. It's a 3-on-3. They trust their defensemen. Their defensemen are so good that if all 3 forwards get trapped, it's fine. And it's the physicality and the unbelievable breakdowns. And here is going to be the key. There's the puck right now. That puck is loose. If you're playing the Oilers, that's likely going to be an Oilers puck. But Vegas knows where those pucks are going. They've played this hockey all year. They pick up their puck, and now they're into grinding again. It's that slow grind. And it's through that slow grind and the puck moving all the way over, low to high here in the corner, that players tend to get lost. And Edmonton does tend to lose players in the D zone. So there you go. Howden lost in front of the net. It only takes a second to go in. When Edmonton gets so aggressive looking for loose pucks, they will throw life and limit shots, shot blocks, and loose pucks. They are very aware of a team that's methodical and slow, like the LA Kings. The Vegas Golden Knights are a little bit of a different animal, but it's the depth of the Golden Knights and the fact that 4 lines are going to grind out the Edmonton Oilers. It's just going to be slow them down, slow them down, slow them down, and they can score from all 4 lines. Specifically because those defensemen, those top 4, Hanifin, Theodore, Pietrangelo, those guys out there are so confident that it doesn't matter what their forward unit is. You always have an opportunity to create turnovers, even if you blow it in the offensive zone with guys that good. But then again, here is where I'm nervous. Vegas is breaking out of the zone here. So we see it. Vegas gets down. And what do? They make a play and they shovel the puck over here. They did this a few times against Minnesota. They didn't look like the Golden Knights of old. And as soon as you cause a turnover, especially in the neutral zone, I get this is in the defensive zone or the offensive zone, but when you cause a turnover anywhere near that blue line, it's just a quick up. That puck ends up moving north to south here. And then those 3 guys down low, well, they're caught. And that spells trouble. They should have it here. They overskate the puck. And that puck moves on just a weak backhand all the way across the ice. As soon as it gets over here to Matt Boldy, and Matt Boldy is not Connor McDavid or Leon Draisaitl. This is Pietrangelo on Boldy down here. Look at Boldy just lean in. Solid puck protect. He's at an amazing angle. He just keeps it wide. There's no reason Pietrangelo should get beat by this, but he does. They drag it across. They put it in on Hill, who could come out further to challenge. There's all kinds of problems with that, and we saw that throughout the series with Vegas and Minnesota. Every time Vegas turned it over, Minnesota counterpunched with that big right hook of theirs, and I'm promising you, if that right hook is from Lennox Lewis in Minnesota, The right hook the Oilers have is Mike Tyson, and you're going to sleep if you turn that over. One puck fumble, one puck off the stick, it's in the back of your net. So Vegas is going to have to settle down and get back to Vegas Golden Knights hockey that we all know they can play if they want to control and slow down the game against the Oilers. If not, they're going to get slashed in the neutral zone like we just saw Boldy do to them there from Vegas, from Minnesota. Traditional power play setup here, 1-3-1. Vegas likes it. What you see down here is a quick turnover of the puck, and that's what Vegas is going to have to do against Edmonton. They're going to have to cause those turnovers because everything here starts with Shea Theodore. Everything Vegas does offensively comes from Shea Theodore at the top. This guy is the quarterback of the team on the power play. He ends up moving over to the middle here, and all he does is look for a simple shot. Lots of shots come from the point, and then you get big Mark Stone in front of the net repeatedly down low. He's got fantastic hands. He's not afraid to get dirty. Puck goes in the back of the net. Very traditional power play, but very effective. The Edmonton Oilers play a hyper-aggressive penalty kill. There's lots of movement on it, and they try to create turnovers. The key for Vegas here is to try to force Edmonton to think that they can send 2 or 3 to cause those turnovers and then get that puck to the far side, use a guy like Theodore, put pucks on net, and you will bury it on the Oilers, especially with their goaltending challenges right now. The Oilers, however, they play 3 down low, as you see right here. Your 2-point men are up top. They love the 3 down low. You can even see it here in Hockey Tactics 2025. There you go. It's basically the exact setup we see on our screen. And from here, it's time to do work. It's time to do damage. It's all about McDavid. It's all about Draisaitl down here. 3 guys waiting, and you see the fact they play this because there's no way to puck support. Look, it's very hard to get any of these 2 guys in here because they are frankly so busy having to cover what's in the middle. As soon as it opens up, they're looking for lanes to slash it through. You can find Nugent-Hopkins, you can find Bouchard at the top. But now what you've done is you've creeped your defenseman or your offensive player who's playing at the shooter position or near the point, closer to the middle, and they're never looking to just take a shot. They're looking for a perfect shot. So moves it over to here. It's a double pass. It's always something that goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. There's always a 3 or a 4. Sometimes there's a 2. They move it into the back of the net. Good save by Kemper, but it's Draisaitl on the back door, and they just come at you in waves because of those 3 down low. It takes away your ability to do puck support. And a traditional team like the Vegas Golden Knights who play that same type of penalty kill as the Los Angeles Kings are going to have trouble handling this. And in the last 5 games, somebody called this out last time. This wasn't the full power play stats. We compared the last 5 games. Okay, so we can't go 6 versus 5. It doesn't work that way. So last 5, Edmonton's got 22 goals compared to the Knights 14. That's expected. Edmonton scored at a clip a little bit higher than expected here because they were supposed to score at 19. That's fine. You're going to go high, you're going to go low. Vegas should have outscored what they were doing in terms of pace. But in terms of defense, they're both about the same. And the reason they're both about the same is because I think both of their goaltenders didn't play nearly as strong as they should have. And I thought the Vegas Golden Knights defense didn't play as strong as they should have. Edmonton was fine. Edmonton did what they did. Their goaltender is who they are. I mean, whether it's Pickard or Skinner, you got to throw life and limb in front of them. Shot attempts, very similar for both teams, 387 versus 3 there. You see the fact that the Knights are able to get more shots through than Edmonton, and that's fine. Edmonton's got some high quality chances here, but the big key is time of possession. Vegas is a real possession team. They don't want to give it away, and that is going to work in their favor against the Oilers. You do not want to turn it over. You don't want to just throw quick shots on net. You don't want to go ahead and dump in if you don't have to. You need to hold the puck, keep it, because that's exactly what LA was doing when they were successful. Keep the puck on your stick. Don't let them go anywhere. They're going to try to force turnovers. You know there's always an open man because they're pressing too. Edmonton's always pressing too, so there's an open man somewhere. You have to get the puck to him and not allow that Oilers speed to turn it over. If Vegas can do that, they will slow down the game and they have an opportunity to win. But frankly, that is easier said than done against the Edmonton Oilers. The real crux for Edmonton is going to be, will they get adequate enough goaltending out of Pickard, and or will they switch back to Skinner? I saw a ton of comments saying, no way, they're not going back there. Well, Skinner's the better goalie of the two. He is technically the future of the Oilers. Pickard, I mean, he had a time in the AHL. It's a great story right now, and if he keeps running, that's great. Knoblaw and the Oilers will pick who's right for them. I expect Pickard, because he got them out of the round, to be the first goalie in. But at the first sign of trouble, I expect them out and Skinner back in. This can be a nightmare for goalies, especially when you're going to be switched back and forth. But the good news is about both of these goalies is because they're not playing a goaltender like Connor Hellebuyck, who plays 65 games in a year. It's not a shock to a team. It's less of a shock to the goalies. When you're playing a tandem, it just becomes easier to switch them in and out mentally, I think, up here for the goalies and for the team. So I expect Pickard to start, but at the first sign of trouble to be Stewart. The first game will be very interesting to see about the battle between both. Edmonton really needs to be angry to play, and I think LA made them angry. The pace at which the Oilers played at in the last 4 games was just unstoppable by any team, but I don't know if it's sustainable for the Oilers, so I'll be interested to see what kind of Edmonton team comes out of the gate in game 1. Vegas is going to be even keel and consistent. The problem Vegas had was their defensemen just weren't in it. Pietrangelo looked slow. Pucks were blowing up off the stick of Noah Hanifin, like simple passes back to him, boom, flipped out, gone. When these guys settle down, they will. They're pros. It's not like the 4 of them have gone in the trash and become junk. Sometimes it's just a hard series. If they have settled down and they're going to play like the top 4 that they can play like, Edmonton's going to have a harder challenge against them than I think they will against LA. It'll be a really interesting series. My prediction in this series, I'm going to take the Oilers in 6, which is a real cop-out prediction. Anytime you pick in 6, that's the most likely one. But I do think it'll be the Oilers in 6. I think Vegas will pick up a couple wins. But you know what? If you're a Knights fan, don't sleep on it. Edmonton has holes. There's a place to beat them. There's a way to beat them. But when McDavid and Draisaitl turn it on and decide they want to do it, and they add their buddy Evan Bouchard to that lineup, they're pretty tough to stop. I don't know how you stop them from a coaching standpoint because, frankly, sometimes McDavid just beats you. Like this. There's no coaching against this. There's nothing you can do. It's just McDavid. Look at that. Bang. Gone. I mean, great defensive zone positioning. Look, you have puck support coming in here. You got one. You got a back checker coming in. You have a goalie in position. Everything here should be fine. All McDavid has is one giant line to the net, and he has absolutely no way to make a pass to anybody here. Look, where are you going to drop it to? Not there, not there. It doesn't exist, but McDavid steps in. This should be an angle goalies and defenders have all day, every day. It isn't because it's McDavid. There's no stopping that. There's no coaching against it. It just is what it is. Sometimes the GOAT's going to goat, and that's what he does. If he's going to do that, it's going to be difficult for Vegas to stop. But what I want you guys to let me know down below is who you think is going to win. And if you've made it this far to the end of the video, I want you to check out our new mascot. He's a trash panda. For those of you in Vegas who don't know what a trash panda is, it's a common raccoon in Canada. They're all over and in the north of the United States. They love to eat garbage. They have a family. It's for Hot Garbage Sports. He needs a name. I need you to name this trash panda, this raccoon, like Guardians of the Galaxy, if you didn't know. Yes, I've had comments of people who don't know what raccoons are. They thought it was a real panda. That's okay. If you like, and if you're subscribed, down below, pick a name. Right now, one of the coolest names I've seen is Rocky the Raccoon. That's pretty cool. Let me know what else you think, because there have been a ton of amazing names. One of my personal favorite was Gary for Gary Bettman, the Trash Panda. Thought that was hilarious. Creative. Gordy was in there for Gordie Howe. Tons of really cool hockey names. You let me know down below what you like. Help us name the new Hot Garbage Sports mascot. Hey, I've got to interrupt you here. Where all these awesome clips are coming from is a place called sportscontract.net. This is a platform that is made for coaches, for scouts. It is an unbelievable platform that gives you the ability to see everything from every player from every league right now. Look, you got Russia, Canada, USA, Belarus, Croatia. You go in here, you find your league, the NHL, the AHL, the East Coast League. If you want to be a real hockey nerd, you can go into all of these leagues. Here's the Swedish league. Look, you got the SHL. Everything is in there that you'd want. Every player you've ever seen is in here as you need it. We go down here, we find Alexander Ovechkin. You can find every piece of statistics from Ovi's career, including all his amazing goals. You can go into the NHL, last 3 names, current season. It's all there. And then when you're able to pull it up, you can create scouting lists, notes, data, anything you want. You hit play, you move into this video editor, and it gives you everything you would ever need from the game of hockey. Every shift of Ovechkin, every shift of Crosby. The link is down below if you're a coach or a scout or an owner of a minor league club. If you're a general regular, probably isn't built for you, but it's still neat and worth checking out. Thanks so much to sportscontract.net for helping me find these clips and make it quicker to break down hockey analytics